Everybody, Jessica here. It is day 57, and as you can see, I'm sitting in a different location. As you can also see, it's time to wash my hair. It's a little crazy today, but today I was too busy to do my hair because I was shifting to working on tens. And it's one thing that came out of this weekend was we made all these lists of things we love, things we love to do, things that bring us joy, things that we know, just on and on, all these different lists. And then we went through and we marked those that were tens for us, those things that fulfilled us the most, those things that expanded us the most. And if we had to think about it for even a second, it wasn't a 10. And for me, a 10 has always been crafting and creating and inventing and playing with, different mediums and seeing what they do and trying to create my own things. And so as I move into wondering what I have to offer, what's my genius? We all have these geniuses that we're meant to offer. And I have put off art uh, and my creativity for way too long, thinking that that was a hobby or that's not something I'm particularly good at because I couldn't draw, so all art kind of went out the window. So rather than thinking of it as something I'm not good at or even just something I would do as a hobby, I'm I'm starting to expand to allow in how could this be a part of what I offer the world, not just for something I do when I have time, but actually make it a priority. And so I worked on that today. I got inspired. You know, another thing I love is sustainable living, recycling, upcycling. I'm transitioning my home more and more into using reusable materials. So I don't use paper products anymore. I have, reusable napkins, and I use rags for paper towels and all that kind of stuff. And so I've amassed this ton of glass jars is because I buy some things at the grocery store that I want, and then I'm left with this glass jar when it's gone. And that's just not something you throw out. So today I went through and I got all the labels off and all the glue off, and I started to think about things that I would want to do with them. Some of them I'm using for fermenting, so those are in use. But I have a ton, and I'm definitely not going to be fermenting that much food. So um, here's what I've been playing with today. Um, it's not finished yet because I need some materials that I'll be getting tomorrow, but this is what I've been doing. I've been creating things out of what I've already had with me. I've got a glass jar under here. What this is going to be and what it's going to do in the end, I don't know yet. What I do know is the feeling that I had as I was playing with this, because I didn't quite have the full idea in my head yet as to what it was going to be, what its purpose was, what its function was. At first it was going to be a vase, but now that's kind of changed. So it's still growing and changing as I move into it. But what I did know is as I was crafting this and using the Mod Podge and figuring out how to attach the flower and figuring out that I could make the top look like another flower, and just all of that, there was this energy about me that was so playful, and there's definitely a 10, definitely a different energy than when I'm creating a Facebook ad. It's not even close to doing that. And if you think about those things in your life that are tens, ask yourself, how much of your time during the day are you spending in tens? And that's one thing that Kyle said this weekend too, is the universe will give you back amazingness with the amount of percentage of your time you're spending in amazingness. You get the same percentage of tens back as you are spending in your tens. And so I spent a lot of today in my tens working on crafting and creating and upcycling. And the thing is, just like this, is you start out with one vision in mind, but as you go, as long as you're staying in that energy, that 10 energy, it may end up somewhere you didn't even imagine it to be, that you didn't even know was possible until you started in the project, in the journey. So, like I said, this is still on its journey. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I have some things that I'm going to get tomorrow to help it out. But see if you can increase, even by a percentage or two, the amount of time you're spending in your tens. Make a list of things that you enjoy to do, the things that you love to learn about, the things that bring you joy, the things that expand you the most, and really look at how you're spending your day. Are you in a job that's a clear two? Are you participating in, have you said yes to some nonprofit or some committee that definitely feels like a 3.5? What are those, some of those lower number things that you can let go of, and how can you move more of your time into a 10? And you will start to see, the more you spend in this time, even though you don't know what it's going to look like at the end, you're going to get back tens through life experience and the things that come to you and the opportunities that come your way. If you're constantly in an energy of a 1 or a 2 or a 3, it's so hard to see those things when it comes to you, because you think that energy is who you are, and those amazing things can't possibly be happening to you. Or if they are, it surely can't happen again, or I'll screw it up anyways. But if your energy is constantly in a 10, you expect the tens. You know that they're headed your way, and when they present themselves, you grab a hold of them with both hands. So today I was in my tens. It felt fantastic, and I've got several more days in this 30 days of no videos, no social media, all that kind of stuff. And quite frankly, I'm having a fantastic time. So that's day 57, everybody. Take care. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 58.